Your show, I ask people to subscribe. Press like, subscribe, and share. Because this brother is looking for real information to guide our youth and others to right directions of information. And that's very important, key, and essential. Watch the show, man, because Wig got it cracking, and Wig is getting real information that's going 1 mile deep into the planet and then explode.
Could we see a Peacemaker too? Could we see something?
I want to see it done with new faces and new peacemakers that are relevant today. So I think it deserves brothers like yourself.
Earlier you said 73rd and Broadway. That's like 7 Trey Hustlers?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Now,
well, 7 Trey Hustlers, but you know, our neighbors are the East Coast Brothers, the Florence Brothers, the Swans, the Kitchen Crips, the Main Streets, Avalons, the Hoovers. You know, it goes on and on. But they dropped me off on 73rd and Broadway, and our community went from 73rd to Broadway to 73rd to Central. And when I first came to the community, we was 7 Trey Hustlers. We wasn't gang members. We was hustlers. Right. And some of the generations down the line, them little brothers became 7 Trey gangsters. But we don't get in other people's business like that as far as what they choose to do and how they do it. But the way we grew up anti-police and getting some money.
All right.
You know, because back in the days, if you wasn't a gang member, you know, back then when I was growing up, gang members got their man in full military uniform. If you was a player, a hustler, a drug dealer, went to school or something like that, or you was just a civilian, there was no repercussions. They was looking for that one with that flag hanging out his pocket.
Right. For sure. You got it. Real talk. Now, when you came up in that area, man, did they kind of force the life on you, or did you kind of like say, you know what, I'm gonna push this, I like this right here? Or did you have like G homies like, hey, youngin, you kind of from New York, you really, you know, you don't want to get into this kind of lifestyle? Or how was it for you, like?
Well, you know, my partners that I met, Donald James and the brothers James. You know, Donald James was from East Coast. My homie Rayfield Scoggins, who just got out from doing 2 lives and 187 years. You know, he was from Swans. So over there on the east side, it really wasn't about no which section you was. It was just east side with us. You know what I'm saying? That's all we knew. And as far as G homies, like I never had a big homie before. I don't even know what one of them is in my culture. That's how long I've been in 7 Trey Hustlers. I never had a big homie. Then the audience can take it from there. And that's not something that I'm proud of, but it's something that's the reality of the situation. Wow. So I'm not familiar with no big homieism. I've never had one. I got a lot of brothers that's G's in the streets that I respect. See, me, I don't argue with OGs because they war-torn. And if you ain't been in their struggle, you need to just shut up and get out the way. Stay in their lane. There's less traffic.
Right.
So when them brothers that's war-torn and been through wars and squabbles and prison and shit like that, I humble myself when I come around. Don't make me no buster because I'm a real east side. But it's all about humility. That's what Dougie Fresh taught me. He said, Malik, whatever you do, man, stay humble. So that's what it is with that as far as G homies. When I look at him like that, I look at him as war-torn. He can be 20 years old. But he's been through something that I couldn't have handled. I couldn't have done. I couldn't have participated in. So I consider myself a buster when it comes to that type of activity. They don't even look at me like that. I ain't never been hit up in my life.
Wow. I respect your honesty, man, for sure.
No doubt.
For sure, man. Now, having a show like Peacemaker, being involved in that, do you feel like there needs to be another Peacemaker in this present time of day? There needs to be a show. There needs to be an intervention like that.
I'm glad you mentioned that because, man, I'll be honest with you. Brother YG, The Game, the brother from A-Trey, Jeff A. Hefe, don't want to say that, but what the check say, I can never repeat it.
Yep.
The other brother that be with him, the Hoovers, the Rolling 60s. I rode through the neighborhood the other day, the black lady on the business, she was so proud, it was quiet. I seen the LAPD Flathead gang patrol with no sirens. That's how you know they gang patrol. They rolling. They can't find nobody to mess with. They going to the hamburger stands, to the parking lots. It's just so peaceful, man. So, you know, I want to I wish I could think of all the brothers, man, the brothers in Compton, Baby Gangster, the brothers and sisters in Watts. And by the way, don't let me forget, Bobby Ye is probably one of the most studious individuals I've ever had the pleasure of meeting in my life. He has an IQ that is beyond one's simple comprehension. And the way that he articulates his position under the pressure that he come from, I believe that given the opportunity, like Nipsey say, you know, he's got a lot of wisdom. They just don't have a platform, basically. But he is a very smart individual. I listen to him. I listen to brothers like Spider Lope, Nina Boy, because to them, I got sons they age. Okay, while I'm out here saving lives in the streets, which I thought we were doing, but while I'm out here participating in that, I come home, my son got big block Compton on his stomach.
Oh, wow.
My nephews is getting murdered in the streets of Compton.
Wow.
My kids born and raised in Compton. I've been over there 30 plus years. I done lived there in every community they got, from the Getty to the ghetto. And I've never had a problem. And it's not because I'm advocating peace, it's because I believe truly in God and in my people. And I'm serious about that. And I've never betrayed none of them. And just for the record, I done did everything but took some pussy, fuck with somebody's kids, fuck with the police, disrespect my dear, or did bad business deals. Outside of that, I done did it. So I'm not impressed with no war stories, none of, definitely don't want to hear none of the tough guy stories. Because I know more killers than I know engineers.
Right, for sure. I dig it. For sure. All right. Man, Malik, you know, I wish I had more time, man, but with this program I'm using, man, you know, I'm blessed to have you, and I thank you, man. And just tell the people what you got next, man. What you got cracking next, man. Is it could we see a Peacemaker too? Could we see something? What you got in the works, man?
If they do it, I want to see it done with new faces and new peacemakers that are relevant today. Because you know, to me, I believe them brothers deserve that opportunity to speak to the people in the language in which they understand. The YGs, the little brothers from Hoover, from 60s, from the 40s, you know, from the 30s, from the 20s, you know, all them brothers and sisters that's getting together and watch. I want to see some new faces. I want to sit in my living room and watch them. So I think it deserves brothers like yourself, or maybe Bobby Ye. Just get like a mod squad and put them together and let them go. Because I'm going to tell you this real quick. When I was in the county jail, I had a Crip brother stop me. I was working as a trustee in the hallway. And he said, "You ever heard the story of the Three Minds?" And I said, "No, what's up?" He said, "I was in the store once before. And in the store, they sold mines." This brother's on his way to death row. And he said, they had the white mine, the Chinese mine, and the black mine. And I said to the brother in the store, the clerk, "How much you want for the white mine?" He said, "Oh, for that one, young man, I'll take $1 million. He said, "Well, that's relatively inexpensive, being that the white man has a strong constitution, made contribution to society." He shopped some more in the store, and he ran across a section that sold the Chinese mine. So he asked the man in the store, "Excuse me, sir, what do you want for the Chinese mine?" He said, "For that one, young man, I'll take $2 million. He said, "Well, that's relatively inexpensive, being that the Chinese invented the art of war, gunpowder, and a bunch of other beautiful things that people enjoy." So he wandered some more in the store, and he ran across a section that sold the black mine. And he asked the man in the store, "Excuse me, sir, what do you want for the black mine?" He said, "Oh, for that, young man, I'll take $20 million. He said, "You want $1 million for the white mine and their endeavors, $2 million for the black mine and their endeavors. Why do you want so much for the black mine?" He said, "Because the black mine hasn't been used. It's still in the box."
Oh, boy. Yeah.
So he wanted $1 million for the white mine, for the correction, $2 million for the Asian mine, and he wanted $20 million for the black mine, because the black mine hasn't been used. It's still in the box. But yet, at the end of the day, we are the fathers and mothers of civilization. And we invented everything that's known to mankind, even the keyboard for the computer, the lights, the game of chess. So inspire our children, man, that they are already great, just God is the greatest. Put them in a different path. So I salute little brothers that accept the challenge to change. In your show, I ask people to subscribe. Press like, subscribe, and share. Because this brother is looking for real information to guide our youth and others to right directions of information. And that's very important, key, and essential. This is not a joke, and this is not a test. This is an actual emergency. Black people are worse off now than they were during slavery. Look out your front door. They didn't have black people eating out the trash in slavery. It was behind the gate. There was no bunch of prisons, and there was no bunch of homelessness. So stay black, because black is not a people, it's a condition. Just be great.
Malik, man. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Thank you so much, bro. Man, it's a blessing I spoke to you today, man. God bless you, man. Thank you for your
God bless you too, brother. Thank you for considering me, man. I appreciate it, man. This is the reward you get when you try to do the right thing, because I'm just a servant to the people. I've done nothing. My friend Tony Bogart and Ty Stick and a bunch of other dudes lost their lives for this, man. The little brothers over in Fudgetown and West Side and Gardena and all that, man. That, you know, God tell them brothers, man, don't worry about what you did and your mistakes. You're not responsible for that. He gonna put that on the white man. What you think you did to the homies, what you think you did when you whooped on somebody, or when it was a good old get down on the sleaze, that's on them, man, because it's not gang violence, man, it's poverty. Obviously it is. How do they got two different welfare systems? You got one group that come from Ukraine or from Iran or from someplace like that, and they don't get pushed to watch to live first. Why is that? It's still welfare. We're only a small population of people here in California. So that means somebody else is using the EBT card driving a Range Rover. There's something strange going on, man. Something abstract going on. Stop, press reset in your life, and watch the show, man. Because Wig got it cracking, and Wig is getting real information that's going 1 mile deep into the planet and then explode. Peace.
Man, thank you, man. Malik Spellman.
Take that and learn from it, man.
That's
Dream.
Right. That's right. That's right. Thank you, big bro, man. S.WigginsTV, my influence right here. One of the best, Malik Spellman. We out. Peace.
Thank you, man.
Yep.
And remember, man, I'm just y'all servant. It ain't about Malik. Malik did nothing. The good book say I, us, we, and them. It ain't about me. The emperor wears no clothes. Great book, by the way. It's not about me, man. Never will be. Ever, never, ever. I'm trying to save my own soul. So remember, like Tupac said, when they turn out the lights, I'll be there in the dark.
For sure. For sure. For sure. That's right. That's right. That's right. You got it here first, man. My boy, man. My boy Malik. We out of here.